Hey, what's up, eighth grade? Mr. Catlin here. And what I'm doing here is trying to show you a little help on lesson number 9 for your homework this week for eighth grade math. And we're looking at this small company that is, let me see if I can get this out of the way. There we go. This small company that is selling a new board game. And they need to know how many to produce in the future. And after 12 months, they've sold 4,000. 18 months they've sold 7,000, and 36 months they've sold 15,000. And we want to know if this information could reasonably be estimated using a single linear model. So like a line to estimate where it's going in the future. And so to really see that, it probably helps to think about it in terms of a table, or maybe a graph would help you out here too. But I'm going to go with the table because I don't feel like I have enough room over here to draw a graph. So I'm going to draw a table. And my table is going to be based upon the two variables that are in the function, which are time and months. So as months go by, we sell thousands of games. So games in the thousands. Here's the pattern that we're seeing. After a year, 12 months, they sell 4,000. Year and a half, they sell 7. 36 months, that's 3 years, they jump up to 15,000. So what I'm noticing is like in a half year is 3. 2 full years, it goes up. 6 plus 5 is 9. So this looks like there's a fairly good pattern here. That in a half year is 3, and 2 years is 9. So maybe in a year's time, we could estimate that they're going up about 4 or 5,000 games, right? And so we could write a linear model for that. Reasonably, it would estimate it well. Could this information be reasonably estimated using a single linear model? I think yes. We do not have to explain why we think that, but the reason why I think that is because the growth seems to be somewhat proportional, not exactly, but somewhat. If so, use the model to estimate the number of games sold after 48 months. Okay, so 48 months and a question mark. Well, that's a year later. We know that let's set up a couple of ratios here. So we know that in 1 year or 12 months, we sell 4,000. Let's do this a little different. I'm going to do this differently. Okay. So my linear model that I'm thinking here is I'm growing 3.5 years. So that'd be about 6 per year, which would put me 12 in 2 years, but this one says only 9. So I probably need to lower it a little bit less than 6 per year. Let's just say 5 per year. Okay. So my model says, um, to find out how many I'm going to sell, take the number of years, X, and multiply it by 5. That's my model. And so if my number of years or months is 48, then I'm going to plug in 4. So Y equals 5 times 4. I'm going to guess, based on my model, which I think is reasonable, that they'd be around 20,000 games. And that would be going up 5 more in the next year from 36 to 48, which makes sense, right? So my guess is 20,000. And my explanation is I'm assuming 5,000 per year. That's kind of my reasoning of how I got to my 20. All right. And I think that's enough for us to make an estimation of where it would be based off of that model. Now we could draw a graph of that and understand it a little bit better, but I'm not going to go that route. That's enough for what we're doing right now, I believe.